everything depends on language. If you see right now, we are using language to convey information, right? So everything depends on language. The laws depends on language. The science depend on language.
A beautiful day with Farzana Ali and Dr. Maria Isabel. She is CEO of Al-Andalus Institute of Languages, and we are quite privileged that you are here today with us.
I am the privileged one.
So, Dr. Maria, आज हम start करेंगे with your personal profile.
Okay. Well, I was born in Spain, and I moved to Pakistan 17 years back. And people ask me this question, that why are you in Pakistan? Well, I never thought of it before when I was in Spain. And I went to pursue my education in the United States. I did my bachelor's from Southern New Hampshire University. And over there, I met the person who will become my husband. And so 17 years back, his father was a little sick. So he said to me that we have to go to Pakistan. Are you in for the ride? And I had traveled the world by myself. So I thought, what's the big deal? If I have gone to every country by myself, why can't I go to Pakistan with my husband? So I can. And then after that, I did a master's in Spanish language. Then I did a master's in linguistics. And then I did a double PhD in general linguistics and Spanish. I had also started working at Canet College. Then for 8 years, I was the director of external linkages and in charge of the Institute of Languages. I started at Confucius Institute in University of the Punjab. Then in 2017, I moved from University of the Punjab to UMT and then to University of Lahore. And in 2010, we started Al-Andalus Institute of Languages, which is the only official institute of the government of Spain in Pakistan. And the only one that conducts the official exams.
Oh, it's great to hear about all your success that you have narrated a moment before. So, were you always passionate about learning too much? So many PhDs? In a very difficult fields, I would say.
Initially, it wasn't like that. I was more passionate about traveling, and I was more passionate about knowing different cultures. But my grandfather was a translator in Morocco, and he used to work at the consulate. So I guess I got that inspiration from him.
What comes first, the writing or the language interest? Because you're a writer too.
Yes, I'm also a writer. I have 9 books that I have written. My last book is a book of poetry, but the book before that was a research about the evolution and history of Urdu language and the etymological composition of Urdu language. So what can I say? I think they go together.
So was you always passionate about writing?
Yes, since I was a little girl, I was passionate about writing, absolutely.
So why Spanish?
Spanish is because I am from Spain, and when I was doing my bachelor's was not in language. My bachelor's was in business and economics, and I was at the university. And over there, there was a teacher that was teaching Spanish, and I just sat in the class. The teacher was not a native of Spanish language. I sat in the class and I thought that, okay, I can do this a lot better than he can. So,
how do you inspire your fellow being to join this field?
My fellow beings, I don't know. Initially, I never tried to inspire anyone, and even right now, I'm not inspiring anyone or not trying to inspire anyone. I'm just doing my thing. But people say that they're getting inspired, so Alhamdulillah for that.
Maria, you have a number of proud moments in your life. Any moment that you really, that is one of your favorite moments of success?
Yeah, I have a couple of moments. One of them is when I received my double PhD with distinction. I got a cum laude, which was the highest distinction in my university in Spain. And my second one is when we got the certification to be the only official institute for Spanish language in Pakistan. So those are my 2 favorite success moments.
All right, so how languages help to keep the country's culture alive?
Well, basically, everything depends on language. If you see right now, we are using language to convey information, right? So everything depends on language. The laws depends on language. The science depends on language. the cultural traditions to be transmitted from generation to generation depend on language. So everything.
So you have achieved a lot in your life. What is next to you?
Well, that is yet to be seen. There is a hadith that says never disclose your next movement. I'm not sure which person said this, but I think that's something I live by. I never disclose my next movement. But yes, I am working on various things.
Let's get to some out-of-the-box questions. What is happiness to you?
Sorry?
What is happiness to you?
What is happiness to me? Happiness is to help my fellow Muslims. I became a Muslim in 1995.
Oh,
so since that time, this is what I've been trying to do, because I see that Western countries are very developed, and Pakistan needs a lot of development. So for me, Pakistan is a land of opportunity, because there is so much to be done. So that is happiness to me. Family is happiness to me. Writing is happiness to me. Students are happiness to me.
What is the latest book that you have read?
The latest book that I have read is a book on chiropractic medicine.
It's something very difficult to understand, this is what I would say. All right. So thank you very much that you just gave time to us today. At the end, any message that you would like to give to your students or audience?
To my students, yes. They always complain that they have a lot of difficulties, and they face a lot of difficulties from their professors and from their teachers. So for my students, I will say, be patient, believe in yourself, never be depressed, and always think that you can do it. Never believe anyone that can tell you that you cannot do something. You should be able to, if somebody says to you, don't do it, that's exactly what you need to do. Okay? So that's my message to the students. And to the teachers, have an open mind, understand that students are growing up as individuals and as scientists, and be a better person. I see a lot of politics in teachers. I see a lot of attitudes in teachers. I have fantastic colleagues, and I wish all of them would be like that.
Thank you very much. It was a beautiful conversation today.
Thank you. Thanks to you.